I don't know, you know, like, yeah. It looks well built. I thought it was, but it's definitely not well built. I mean, it's just AI crap. Yeah. Not upset about it today? I mean, I honestly thought I was like, oh, I had a breakthrough last night and I fixed it, but yeah. Okay, next level. What do we got here? Next level, we're on ghosts. Oh, cool. 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 Okay. All right, I got it. I got it. This is a cool level. I don't know how this level is gonna kick my ass yet, but I'm sure this level is gonna kick my ass. Yeah. Oh, come on. Did Adam get a chance to look through it? No, not yet. Oh, that was fucking awesome. That was fucking awesome. That was a fucking sick move right there. Oh, and then I want to bounce off the... Okay. Okay, well... Favorite level so far. Oh, and then I want to bounce off that one. Shit! Oh, this is cool. Yeah, this is cool. Okay. Yeah, this is my favorite level so far. Oh, I see. Eat this. That. This looks confusing. This flows really well. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. You like the slower pace? I agree. I think one thing, if you're gonna have like a thumb murdering hack, is you gotta have a little break every once in a while. Oh, I have a sponsored stream today, chat. Oh my God. I have a sponsored stream today. Extension should be up. Totally didn't realize the date this AM. Okay. Hope your sponsor likes Dram 3. No, we're watching what? A bunch of previews for games. I think it's the winter OTK winter game showcase with Steam. You know what it'll give me, chat? Maybe a little time to play with horse game, maybe. I don't know what the smile's for. Sponsored by Dove Soap? No, that was earlier in the week. I'll say this, Dove Soap paid way more than this one does. This is cool. Yeah, I totally spaced that, chat. I am a dum-dum. Going live. Please select the co-stream button on the main broadcast. Pin chat. Okay. Easy. You can be my secretary and make sure my dates are recorded for me. I'm horribly unorganized. I could use help with so much stuff that's like, you know, like kind of like busy work stuff. And my wife won't let me hire anyone. Help. She's always like, I could just help. And I'm like, but you won't. So I need help. Yeah, well, she won't though. She won't. And I need someone I can be like, listen, I need someone I can be kind of real with. Can't be real with the wife. Oh, come on. You know who I can trust? My extension set is overlay 1. I can trust chat. I do trust chat generally. Well, I guess except not with this horse racing game. Oh, come on. My mods? I do trust my mods, actually. I trust my mods a lot. And you can see that through mod chat. My mods get to hear a little bit more unfiltered me because I have to... how do I want to put this? There's stuff I like to talk about, but I don't like to talk about it in public because I don't want to talk about it with 9,000 people. And there's like, you know, there's just... Some people are dumb. So my mods get to hear some unfiltered shit, right? I got my limits. Well, I've just learned that, like, okay, I've just learned that, like, the position I'm in, right? If I'm gonna have and I think this is fair, like the position I'm in, if I'm gonna have an opinion about something, you know, I should be able to defend it and talk about it a little bit, right? But I don't want to. So, yeah, so most of the time I just would rather not. Ah! Also, sometimes I want to talk about something, but I just want to make a joke, right? And sometimes those topics are serious. People don't like jokes. People don't like jokes about serious topics sometimes. Not on the internet, okay? It's only for group chat. It's like a group chat. And what's funny is some people think that I'm like out there saying probably like horrible things, and it's definitely not that. It's usually just being like, oh, guys, why do we pay so much for healthcare? People are sensitive these days. No, people are the same amount of sensitive as they've always been. I think people are more apt to share their opinions with strangers because there's really no long-term effects of sending tweets. But for me, there is. Does that make sense? For me, I have to interact, and if I don't interact, I'm blah, 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 or whatever. You know, like, it's just because it's my job. Like, that's why, that's like, the no politics rule doesn't come from, like, me shying away from my thoughts or views or anything. I think if you watch me at all, you're probably pretty clear that I'm a very, you know, I'm a up versus down guy, and everybody should be able to live their life in a way that makes them happy, right? And I also have a pretty good idea of the basics for all our problems. The core issue for most of the world's problems. I got a basic idea for it. Usually can all be, it's just one word, you know? With that being said, it's just like, it gets boring. You get boring if that's all you can talk about or do, and the minute you start doing it, that's all anyone expects of you or wants from you. Yeah, the core problem is not enough people playing Mario. I will say, if more people played Kaizo Mario, I think the world would be slightly better, because it teaches you patience and persistence. Things like that. Valuable lessons. Oh, whoops. 35 streak? How's that even possible? You just love the crash outs? You in British Parliament. I guess Kaizo Mario is politics now, though. Now that we've been mentioned in British Parliament. Pooh for president? Dude, Pooh doesn't even want to run, wouldn't even run for his own local city council. Are you kidding me? I would never do that. That sounds horrible. I wouldn't even run for my HOA. Yeah, I wouldn't even run for my HOA, dude. I don't think I jumped high enough. Chat. I don't think I jumped high enough there. Panga's indicators in this hack are hilarious. I kind of love them in that, like, they're very just like, I saw he added a few too in 1.2 of like spots where I ironically was just doing dumb. I feel like Panga watched me play, saw me do dumb, and and then added a few different like eat it, push it, throw it indicators, which is funny. Ah. Yeah, if anything, I always thought, like, if we were gonna get Kaizo Mario was gonna get mentioned in politics, I always thought it'd be like George Soros claiming to have like, not George Soros, sorry, George Santos. Sorry, I always thought it'd be George Santos claiming to have like a world record or something. George Soros is the one who pays me every weekend. According to the internet, anytime you say anything. Yep. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's my number one subscriber. No politics? Sorry. Huge ass 3.1 George Soros. I apologize. You got paid by him, but somehow you're so broke. Well, yeah, you have to be smart and dumb. You have to be completely evil. It's a lot. You gotta be in charge of everything, yet fucking dumb. You can't have a job and you have to be on welfare, but you're also paid by someone, by George Soros. It's a lot of qualifiers, right? Okay, I don't get what we're doing. Okay, no politics aside, I kind of like George Santos obviously is he's just like a chronic liar though, right? He's just someone that I think he just can't help it. He's a fascinating, hilarious individual. I'm sorry. Like he's just someone that's just like, and then the SNL version of him is so funny because it's so accurate. Yeah, I can't even explain it. You know what I mean? Because there's no point in the things he'll say. Oh, chat. That was cool. Oh. Huh. I catch my kid in lies now, and I'm always just like, bro, you can't, if you lie to us, we can't help you, but if you don't lie to us, we can help you. Bowen Yang is hilarious. Has SNL on his back right now. Oh, balls. Can't tell if this is a troll or actually need this. Yeah, I think this is my favorite level so far, honestly. I'm sure it's going to fuck me hard at some point, but this one's just, I don't know, the gimmick is fire. Like, obviously we've seen this gimmick before in other hacks, but just like the way it's being used here, bouncing off things like this is just, damn it. CM Wild, thank you for 72 months. I love subs. You saw Michael Che do stand-up last night? Was he good? What did he give you? A hot 50? Hot 20? Heidi Gardner? Yeah, I don't know why she's gone. I don't, you know what I don't get is why, like, they don't ever bring anyone back. Like, they leave and then they just, like, you know, they kind of flounder. Just bring them back, you know? Fuck it. He loves strippers? Why are we talking about me like this? There's nothing wrong with loving strippers. Did Chris Parnell leave and come back? I bet also like SNL is pretty exhausting. Unless you're Keenan, who probably doesn't have to show up anymore. Keenan probably just shows up and is like, y'all got any spots for old guys or black guys? I'm Keenan, I'm your man. SNL had its time, it used to be funny. Can I tell you a secret? SNL will be funny again, and you'll still think it's not funny. Everyone who says SNL had its time, that time is when you were in your early 20s and it was most relevant to you. Yeah, that's just how it goes. It's each generation, whichever iteration you grew up with is going to be your favorite, you know? It's weird how well it's done at like being relevant with the times, you know? But yeah, if they do a whole skit about espresso and you don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is, you're not going to think that's funny. You would like to see Mad TV make a comeback? Why? I mean, sure, I'd like to see In Living Color make a comeback, but Damon Wayans is like 90. Yeah, that's the one thing. SNL is, thinking SNL is gotten bad is just a generational thing. What ends up happening is like, it loses some stars and then it makes new ones. And then those stars leave. And everyone's like, oh, it used to be great. When Andy Samberg was on, all everybody talked about was the Will Ferrell era. And now people miss that era. And it's just gonna keep going forever. Cool. I think You Should Leave is a current hot sketch show. Yeah, but I don't think I Think You Should Leave has had a new season in 2 years. Yeah, he's making movies and HBO shows now. The Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig Hader. Bill Hader was godly. Tonight's hottest new club is Push. Tim Robinson, also former SNL writer, ironically. Yeah. Basketball. Shit. Oh yeah, that's when it happened. Well, he went to Congress and then got kicked out, so. Eric Andre, I think is the biggest, like, sometimes he is just fucking hilarious and sometimes it's just dead silence to me. Ah! Okay, so that's what I want to do though, right? That looked correct. Resigned, not kicked out. Did people ask him to resign? feel like that's a technicality. You know what? You know what? My hot take, my hot political take, that was the beginning of losses. That was the start of them losing forever. They gave up too much on that. Should have held their ground. I know. It is. Moving on. That's not making the YouTube video. It's like mutually parted ways. It's never mutual. Listen. Once I'm done with Red Bull, we'll probably release one of those mutually parted ways statements, but I'm just going to tell you right now, they didn't want to re-sign me. I'm just going to be real, chat. I'm re-signing. I'm going to re-sign that one, you know? Like, when I'm 50, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take less money. I'm never giving that up. So when that happens, it's because they were like, we don't want him anymore. Because I'll give him a deal. It now sounds incredibly tame in comparison to everything. Yeah, it was one of those things where at the time, it's like, you know what? You know what? Morals matter. Morals matter. And while I understand this 20-year-old thing, but yeah, I mean, hindsight now, it's like, oh man. But I'm in a different mindset now. Like I'm in a different mindset now. For sure. Damn it. Yeah, I'm in a victory mindset. Does chat ever help change my mindset? Oh, chat calls me out on things. Chat's called me out on things that I've done or said or like been stupid on, and I've, you know, like I'll take the time to be like, oh yeah, okay. And other times I'm like, oh, come on, guys. But yeah, they change my mind on things all the time. I mean, not to mention, I just, like, there's a lot of times I'll ask chat about things that I'm just stupid about. Because you got to remember, I did go to Detroit public school and then Kentucky public school, so. What was better? Detroit. By a country mile, dude. When I first went to Kentucky, I felt like I had moved back 2 grades. That's not a joke. I legitimately, like everything we learned, I felt like 2 grades earlier. I was amazed at how many people couldn't read when I first moved to Kentucky. And they changed that. They actually worked on that while I was there, ironically. When we were in high school in Kentucky, we had 45 minutes of required reading. Every school in Kentucky had just 45 minutes of, like, you had to sit there and read a book. Honestly, fucking dope. I'm so grateful that they had that, because it made me fall in love with reading. Like, that's why how I fell in love with it. So, but yeah, they I wouldn't say either one of them are known for their wonderful education. I'm much happier with the school my kid goes to than any of the ones I went to. Ah! Fell in love with reading because of pizza. Honestly, the Pizza Hut reading program was legit, though. That sounds like your dream. It was actually kind of lit. It was lit, but it was just kind of funny how it happened. It was like my sophomore year, they just started doing this thing where it's like your homeroom got extended for a half hour and you had to read. But it was actually really, like, it was dope. So I would go get school breakfast. You would do first period, then you'd go get school breakfast, then you'd go to your homeroom, and then I'd eat breakfast and I'd read a fucking dope book, right? And then, like, man, I read so many books too. It was great. Like, I read The Godfather, Last Dawn. I read like everything Mario Puzo wrote. I was really into this, and I can't remember the series now. It bothers me, but I was really into this like spy series that my teacher put me up on. I read like 6 Prince autobiographies. That was kind of creepy. I think they'd read different now. My favorite book series all time. I mean, honestly, this is gonna sound real bad, but all time, I think my favorite series is Dungeon Crawler Carl. I think Dungeon Crawler Carl is my favorite series I've ever read. My favorite all-time book is probably still The Godfather, but Dungeon Crawler Carl is my favorite. I think it's my favorite series. Before I would have said Ice and Fire, but I don't think I'm ever getting the end of Ice and Fire. You have no idea what's happening right now? It's Saturday. The weather's probably decently mild where you're at. We're all here in this is a Twitch live stream that we're here hanging out in. You might be watching this on YouTube. If you don't know what's happening, you're on a YouTube. It's a website where people share videos. Yeah, I mean, I hate saying that like something I'm currently reading is like my favorite series of all time, because like I feel like that's almost like a cop-out, like recency bias, but legitimately I love Dungeon Crawler Carl. I feel like it's so perfectly descriptive, and I think like because I have such a, like a video game background, like you can picture everything that's happening. Yeah, very into it. Oh, come on, whore. Have I tried the Bible? Yeah, I did. That's one of the books I read in high school, actually. Yeah. Actually, I read all of that, and then I've glanced over other ones from other religions. Yeah. You know what? All pretty similar. Yeah. My favorite genre is fiction. No, I don't want to shell jump. Fuck, I don't want to shell jump. The Hunger Games? Yeah, I liked Hunger Games books. They're very fast reads. Like Hunger Games books are like books that are like double spaced. But I never got into Hunger Games the way I got into like other ones. I've got, what is it, Red Dawn? That's sitting in there. I'm gonna try that after I'm done with Dungeon Crawler Carl. Listen, just like politics, no religion. I don't care what you think. You're allowed to not think we're in a simulation. I'm all right with that. Okay, this is not I don't want to get into religious talk. I'm not religious, right? But I understand the appeal. Having a group, community, being a part of something bigger than yourself, etc., etc. The idea that this can't be it, like that's pretty depressing. I think. It is a pretty depressing thought of like, oh, this is all we got. This is all you're ever gonna have. It is. It's a comforting thing, and I think that in this particular world today, I understand that, you know? Yeah, I understand its appeal. It's a social club. Yeah, I think it's a social club. And I think especially like, you know, growing up in eras without it, or also like in our current era where people aren't, you know, meeting up. People don't have a third place. Like it's a lot of people's third place. And so, yeah, I get it. I understand its appeal. I understand its appeal, and I also acknowledge its potential to be correct. Oh, shit. Righteous Gemstones fan? Dude, we've only ever watched season 1. I don't know why we didn't go on with it. We get distracted by other things. Yeah, so even if it was like, you know, whether it's right or wrong or accurate or anything, I still think it has, I understand it and understand its appeal. And don't really fault anyone. Dude, how do you not shell jump? How do you kill yourself on a freaking jump? Oh, I mean, if L. Ron Hubbard can create Scientology, I think I could create at least a small cult. Five subs gets you in. Yeah, 5 subs gets you in the cult right now. Kool-Aid's in the back. Did we get matching pajamas? It's not a sex cult though, I'm sorry. I feel like that's the main appeal of cults, right? You don't think a poo cult? Well, yeah, you know what? That's the real problem I'm having with a lot of things, is that everyone just wants to call me poo all the time. I get it. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to jump backwards. I'm going to throw that up, get it. So I'm going to go over the spike, throw the bomb up, come back on the saw, jump backwards, let the bomb explode, and then ride that down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we worship Mario in this cult. Mm-hmm. Actually, what if we just like worshipped like Stone Cold Steve Austin? Give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. What? Not Stone Toad. Had to get annoying after a while. What? I don't know, man. I don't know. They sing the same four every time. Every time I go to other cults, they sing the same 4 songs every time. Okay, we already got the Austin 316 thing, you know? The difference between cults and religions? I mean, not like, again, I totally respect everybody's faith, and I don't want to insinuate that I don't or anything, but like, there is not, it's like the membership, right? In the grand scheme of things. Or what they ask you to do. Oh, I didn't hit it. Oh, great. Oh, great. Most religions don't make you give stuff up and live on a compound. There's like tithings and things like that. I would argue most cults don't make you live on a compound either. Those are only the cults that have a compound are very successful. That's a very successful cult if it's got a compound. Yeah, what up, DJ? Yeah, right? I mean, like I would speculate some of them might have a plot of land, like they really got one dude with a house, like, you know? Having a whole compound, wild wild country style, that's a successful ass cult. That's how they get you. Has any of you ever watched Wild Wild Country? It's one of my favorite documentaries ever. It's on Netflix. The guys who made it have made a whole bunch of documentaries. It's about a cult that happened in Portland, and it's also really relevant to today because the cult, I mean, like, I'll fast forward a little bit, but like the cult brought in a ton of unhoused people so they could vote and take over a city, and then when the cult dissolved, you know, it's like, where do they go? And oh. It's just a great documentary, but it has this lady in it, Sheila. She's like she's not the cult leader. She's like the second in command to the cult leader, right? And this lady is so gangster. She poisoned a salad bar in a local town, like a local Pizza Hut salad bar, like one of these towns that had like, you know, like one restaurant, one gas station, one Pizza Hut. And she like poisoned the salad bar to try and get rid of people. And when asked about it and the documentary, she goes, so what? People get sick every day. So what? I served my time. I served my time. So what? She's weird. She's weird in that she's completely evil, but I was like, I understand how people did it. Yeah, I understand how people followed these two. Because she had so much charisma. She was so evil, but she was just like oozing charisma. And that's part of the problem, right? They don't distribute leadership qualities, charisma, and intelligence in like equal stat distribution. Wait, apparently you have to have a lot of money to start a successful cult in today's economy? You do. I think that's the thing. You remember when it's just a promise and a dream? Oh, you gotta have Riz to be a cult leader, I think. Yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. If we distributed Riz in leadership and intelligence in equal, in equal stat points, we'd be better off, but they're just distributed completely random. Oh, damn it. Yeah. You don't need money, just rich followers? Yeah, but... Oh, is it noon? Oh, it's noon. All right, chat. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum.